Alright, me old China mugs, welcome back to the J Cartwright WoW King Challenge, 5th season, Premier League, and we're just going to catch you up here on what's happened since the last video, as always. So there we are. So basically we left off with the I think the League Cup win over Man United there. We had Rosenborg we went through. So we have been pretty decent actually. Beat West Brom in the Cup, League Cup. Fantastic win against Leeds 4-0, Leeds are top of the league. But then got beat by Leicester right off the back of it. Which is it's just been a bit erratic, but good wins against Middlesbrough, Ipswich, Everton, one in the FA Cup against Walsall, a couple of draws there with Tottenham and Villa, but we've progressed in the Cup. So we've got 2 cup ties coming up here. We've got the second leg against Bolton, and we've got Southampton, and then we're on to Inter Milan, folks, in the UEFA Cup 4th round. So we're sitting in a pretty good position, still in 4th tournaments. We're actually only 2 points off the top of the Premier League, because even though we've lost 6 games, the standard's not been all that high. There's not been a kind of dominant team, which has kind of been fortunate for us, because there's definitely been scope for improvement at times with some of the results. Transfer wise, we have we've brought in Rhys Evans, goalkeeper, £1 million. He's been playing the last few games, and this guy's been dynamite signing. Like, really happy to get him in. This Christensen guy from Liverpool, 1.1 million, 20-year-old midfielder, and he's been a big improvement on what we had previously. So we're sitting pretty decent with that. Got Samura at the African Cup of Nations at the moment, so it's McDonald and Tomadira up front. But yeah, we're sitting pretty good actually, considering there's not been a big massive spend or anything. I want to try and get the ground upgraded again in the summer if we can. So that is where we're at, folks. Getting good seasons out of the defence. Calif's been a revelation. Bosman signing from America. Arujo, again, just a 500k pickup, and he looks solid there, only 26. And of course, people familiar with the game will know all about TME Klompy. He's been a rock at the back there. And I had a couple of botched performances for Langfield, so I've gave Rhys Evans a wee trun out here, because if I can get him decent, he could break into the England team. And I want to try and have a couple of English players in the first 11, which I don't really have at the moment. So there we are, there's a recap on where we're at. And I'll show you my future transfers. My Bosman's here. I've got Yakubu coming in from Israel, I think it is. Attacking midfielder, he'll be good backup for Harasimovic. Campos, this young Ecuadorian centre back, he's going to be a quality signing there. French winger, can play either wing. Armand. Leo Franco is a third goalkeeper. Again, we're going to need a bit more strength and depth for the Champions League. And we've got Boomsong, centre half. Bertos coming in. I'm going to use him as a striker actually. He's decent enough. And he's versatile, he can play midfield as well. Simon Davies, so he's going to pair up with Christensen for my central midfield next year, and I'll be happy with those two. Taylor's gone away to Bristol City, and we've got this Spanish winger coming in from Bilbao. Again, can play either wing, and I just want to kind of upgrade on these guys I've got here, Odegaard and Midsian. I'm not kind of happy with them for Champions League level, to be fair. So it's looking all good. I don't think we're really going to have to spend anything of note to go over into next season. I'm quite happy with the way things are developing there. And they're younger players, so these guys are all going to be that wee bit better again next year and more experienced. So I'm expecting good things next year, folks. Next season. Right, so enough rabbiting from me. Let's get down to these cup games. We've got Bolton away first of all. Let's do it. Bolton at home, I should say. And I'm glad Christensen's set the world alight, because the other Finnish midfielder that I bought, Salil, he got injured for 3 months, so I had him to turn to at least. Like, I'm not going to go out and start spending like 10-15 million on a player. It's just not plausible with Woking. So even though we're in the Premier League, we've still got to be looking for those kind of rough diamonds, hidden gems, that kind of thing. Younger players who can develop and increase their value that way, because it's worked up until now. And yeah, like, you're not going to sign Clarence Seedorf for Woking. It's just not going to happen. And there we go. So we change at half time. But we're firmly into the League Cup final, folks, and it looks like it'll be, you know, a pretty winnable final against either Derby or Wolves. So happy with that. So there's only 11 games left in the league as well, and it seems it's going to be like a title running for the first time. Like, usually by this time of the season I've more or less wrapped the leagues on the way up because we were so dominant, but of course we're 2 points behind the leaders there, so I might just make this a big long kind of bumper video through to the end of the season, see how we get on with that as well. But there we go, pretty dominant performance here against Bolton. And we're defending champions of this cup as well, the League Cup, so looking to win it for the 3rd time in 5 seasons actually. And potentially one of the more straightforward finals that we've had. So yeah, battling for silverware on 4 fronts in February. Good spot to be in that regard. And moving on some of these reserve players as well. Just been cutting the asking prices down, because you don't want a kind of wage bill of unused players at a small club like this. It's just not feasible really, so limit the leakage on the money there. So we're on to the cup next. It's a replay in the FA Cup against Southampton. But the form's really coming good at the right end of the season here. Remember, we lost 5 league games in the first half of the Premier League season. If that repeats, then we're not going to be quoted for the league at all. So I've got Yakubu there. I'll bring him in to attack him midfield. And I think, yeah, we'll punt Graham Barrett, I think. Maybe bring something in. There we are. Okay, so we've got Samura back. We can pop him in for McDonald. And we can get McDonald on the bench there. So there's Yakubu, he'll just back up Harasimovic, so I'm really happy with those two as you know, a rotational option for Harasimovic, who doesn't need rotated that often though. His stamina and strength are fantastic. But yeah, good to have that option, and it was a free transfer, so good bit of business there. And it also won't be cup tied because it came from a foreign country as well, so. So good opening there, Severin scores. And the fact that we kind of upgraded the team season on season on the way up, we've not really had to go on a massive spending spree. We just kind of picked up a few defensive reinforcements really more than anything, because that's always going to be a potential banana skin in the Premier League. But we're looking comfortable here in this FA Cup replay. Yeah, most of the play in the Southampton box here, so that's home and dry in this one, folks. I think tweaking the coaches was the right thing to do as well, because I've definitely been happier with the average ratings since then. I think we've got the formula now, but we are slightly off the pace for the league win. I've had a couple of interactive news reports, to say would we be challengers, and I just decided to ignore them because I don't want to say, yeah, we'll be challengers, and it falls apart. That can happen. But brilliant first season from this guy. Anyone that plays the game should be aware of him. What's his value? He's up to 6.5 now, and he's only 21. So, but yeah, just cleaning out these reserve players. So let's look and see who we've got in the cup draws then. We've got Derby in the league here. So we've got Liverpool in the FA Cup fifth round. We have got Derby County in the League Cup final. So there's a cracking wee set of games to play through here, folks. And we'll be put Mika back in for Severin. He's in good form, to be fair. Yeah, I think we'll give Severin the nod for now. Bengo, and he gets the goal. So a couple of changes there at half time. Got a lot of fixtures, so as well as resting players, not always keep that third one just in case you get an injury in the second half. But wow, this would put a stop, although Leeds have got that game in hand. But we're keeping track with the big guns there. The thing I'm focusing on most though is the fact that we're 14 points ahead of Blackburn. And remember, the Champions League is the actual main objective this year, to qualify for that. If we can win the league, that's awesome. But it'll be a success if we get in the top 2 or 3 there. And this is Leeds' game in hand. They've won against Newcastle. They are defending champions as well, so it's them and Man United that we're looking at. And the big hits keep on coming here. We've got Liverpool in the FA Cup, and yeah, we're good to go with that. So it's worthwhile here again noting if you're playing Champ Manager 0102, especially when you get to top level, you've got to have good fitness coaches in there that are just training fitness. I've got 2 of them, and you'll see the difference with the conditioning that the players are in. Not really seen anyone getting fatigued, so that's a combination of the training schedules and the fact that I've got top guys doing the fitness training. But we'll give young Christensen a rest here. 1-0 up in the first half. Sarayavi getting a goal. He's been such a good servant for the club now over 2 or 3 seasons, and yeah, value's still going up. Might look at swapping him out for Yusuf Hersey if I can poach him from Ajax in the summer. I'll certainly have a look. but that's not for now. Can we hold on for this one? So a solid wee 1-0 win there against Liverpool in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Cracking result. And we maintain this 4 tournament challenge that we're doing here now. And we're lively in all of them. We're going to get a good measure of where we sit with this UEFA Cup in the next game, because we're away to the San Siro. It's here and it's now, folks. Right, so we've got something of an issue with the right wing here. What we'll do is we'll try Harasimovic out there. We'll pop him in there. I'm just not comfortable with Odegaard. He's kind of let me down the way he's played when I have tried him. So we're ready with that. And Sarayavi's condition is not great either. Right, so we're kind of throwing it together a little bit, but let's just do it. Come on, Wow King. Like, the purpose of having a squad of players is that when some get fatigued because you've got so many games, you bring the other ones in, so you're better off doing that than starting people that have got like 88 conditioning at the start of the game. It's just asking for trouble, an injury, or, you know, a botch. So who's going to get the first goal here, folks? 0-0 at half time. And Severin can do with the rest there, but quite happy to bring him in. And this is where, like, having guys like Scott McDonald and Hackinson as your substitute strikers when they can play more than one position comes in handy at these sort of times. But we have slipped behind against Inter here. Can we get this away goal? Come on, okay. We're going to need an away goal. It's going to be a big ask without it, folks. But yeah, and it looked like most of the play was in their third. It looks like we've had a good performance here, but the goal eluded us, unfortunately. But it's a big tie taking on Inter. Okay, so we've got West Ham at home in the league, then we're on to the home leg against Inter Milan. So plenty good content in these. We've got Everton in the FA Cup quarter-final. And we can pop a few of the first teamers back in here, get Sarayavi back in there. And we'll get... yeah, we'll stick with Harasimovic on the right in that one. I think we're good to go with that. Yep. So we're into the last 10 games. This is the 10th last game. So what they call the business end of the season, mate. So we want to get on a wee run here. This is the kind of game that we really don't want to be dropping points in. And Tomadira's doing the biz. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, folks. He's had a pretty solid first season for Premier League. That's him up to 23 goals. Value going up. Don't really see any to upgrade them. It would just be splashing cash, and the good thing is he's on relatively low wages, so that's another kind of good bit of thinking if you're managing a smaller club. Like, so you could maybe sell this guy for 8 million or whatever. Then who are you going to bring in? You know, unless you're kind of those little rough diamonds and, you know, hidden gems, they run out at some point, and then you're kind of faced with buying a ready-made superstar, and that's always difficult at a smaller club to keep the standard up. There we go, but we're coasting this one, folks. 4-0 up at half time, so I think we've definitely got way too much for West Ham there, and that's 5-0 now, but that legitimately puts us top of the league, folks. So we've crept up there. Some really good results of late. Come on, Woking. 5-1, mate. Just destroyed West Ham 5-1. That's another one of Jay Cartwright's famous bullshit lines. Just some guy now from trials at West Ham. Oh yeah, trials at West Ham that never happened. Gotta love them betweeners. Must have watched it, what, at least 4 times through now. But it's been going for, what, was about 10 years ago that was first on the TV, so definitely a British comedy icon now. And yeah, Christensen's definitely going to be a top player. But we're looking healthy here, so can we do the big turnaround? This is just one epic game to the next here, if we keep this going. We're going to need a 2-goal advantage to go through here, any way you cut it, so we need to be first off the mark. But we're in pretty good nick here. Asimovic is doing okay, having to fill in on the right wing. He's got the stats for it, he's got the pace. So let's keep going with that. We need the first goal here, folks, undoubtedly, and we've got it. Sarajevo. So a goal for them is going to put us right back to square one though with the away goals rule. So let's see if we can at least see out this first half. We've got a booking for the goal scorer there. And it looks like Inter Milan are having a fair bit of play here. Yep, been a lot of play in our box, so they're definitely here to give it a go, as you'd expect from Inter Milan. But we're 1 up at half time, so it's not a bad spot to be in. It's going to be a nervy one this, but it always was going to be. I think we'll leave the captain in for now. Oh, Callon. And an injury to Hackinson. And Scott Severin seems to be playing terrible. So, well, we'll give Odegaard a chance for redemption. Why not? So, need 2 goals here, guys, or we're out. And Inter Milan have scored again. It's all over. So yeah, just cut short there when you get to that kind of elite level. So we will not be advancing in the FA Cup, and it's becoming an absolute one-sided affair here. Oh god. Oh, just end this one. End it. Holy moly. Let's get the warnings out. Wow. That was a disastrous one, folks. 5-1 we're beaten. So yeah, we've came short in that, but you know what, at least it's got that kind of fixture congestion out the way for now. But I think we're straight into a cup tie pretty soon again, yeah, Everton now, so I'm going to go back to Langfield and goals after the Evans howler. Going to get these extra ones off the bench. Mitrovic in defence, and we'll go back to, we'll try Odegaard, or can we try, I can buy you on the right, yeah we could try him on the right, why not? Let's go with that. Ayig Benny, we'll call him Yakubu. Right, FA Cup quarter final, can we make up for that atrocious result against Inter Milan, where we were purely outclassed by the Italians? It's still a domestic treble that we're going for here, although we could end up with nothing, just the same. We're not exactly dominant in the league, although we are at top. So 0-0 at half time, and like you can see, a few players are starting to show a bit of fatigue here, which is understandable. So we'll make those two changes. We'll give Harasimovic the captaincy, and we'll cross our fingers here that we get the goal. Injury to Mitrovic. Oh, Flitcroft scores for Everton. It's all coming undone, and we're 2 down. Oh, we're just running out of gas here, I think, folks. So there'll be no domestic treble, and we're going to have to get back to the drawing board, I think, maybe in the summer with a bit of strengthening. We do have great Bosmans coming in, but I think maybe we might need a little bit more in certain areas. And we'll maybe need to upgrade the strikers. If maybe we kind of levelled out here, not getting great results from Samura of late. But there you have it, dealt with by Everton. And that's a disappointing one, because they're not lighting up the league. They're 15th in the league, so that's a bad one. So 2 bad results in a row, folks, and look at the injuries as well. We're getting really thin here. So what have we got left in the league? So we've got Blackburn at home. It's a winnable game. Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Wolf. Yeah, we're going to have our work cut out in these fixtures. But if we can get through them, we might be, most of the way there. So we'll just keep this video running, folks. It's going to take us through to the end of the season. Don't want to miss any of the drama, of course. But yeah, we were definitely a level down from Inter Milan there for sure. And it seems to be a bit of fatigue creeping in as well. Injuries galore, actually, right when you don't want them. But we'll hope to get back to winning ways against Blackburn. Okay, so we're full strength at the back at least. No, we're not, almost are. And Christensen, left wing. Yeah, we've got Eldar back, he's been missed. Christensen, Harasimovic injured, but that's why we've got Yakubu in. Tomadira, Samura, there we are. Got Salil back from injury, but I'll put him as my, on the bench there. And we'll go Kujala and Odegaard. Right, so time for a bit of bounce back, hopefully. Let's do these Blackburn. Big goal for Yakubu, good to see that. And so there's 8 games left after this. This could open up a 4-point lead, so that's starting to look really promising, folks. Although, remember I just a moment ago showed you guys the fixtures that we've got coming up. It's like there's some very losable games just around the corner. If we're not, you know, performing. But each win you get on the board is one step closer, and this is a long overdue remedy to those cup exits. Not long overdue, but it's welcome, I should say. Red card for Clompe. Silly Billy. Oh my god. 2 red cards in the match. And Harasimovic has had a couple this year, so I think it's time that the fines were coming out for that. Right, so what were they for? Sliding tackle, and a push. Right, we'll just go with the warning. So if there's one thing we didn't need on top of all the injuries, it's more suspensions, but good to get a clean sheet there and a good rating for Langfield in goals. And it's a League Cup final, so let's just get this one and get an actual trophy in the bank, and then, you know, we can call it a good season regardless, because I think we've more or less wrapped up the Champions League place. We're 14 ahead, 16 ahead of Sunderland there, so yeah, that's safe. We're going to be taking Woking to the Champions League in 6 seasons, mate. It looks like we've got a wee bit of a rest till that one on the 2nd April, so that's good to try and get people back from injuries. So we're getting a little bit thin otherwise. Although it's international break. So this is probably going to be one of the longer videos I've done for a while. Probably could have split it into 2, but you know what, it's good when there's a proper title run in, and we'll just keep playing through these games. So this is for 2 League Cups in a row, basically, and the 3rd one in 5 seasons. So we've definitely had a pedigree for the League Cup. And hopefully we'll see a slip up by one of the teams that's chasing us. It's Man United and Leeds, basically, neither of which is playing today. Right, so let's get a title on the board here. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Right, Woking, let's get this one off 4 non-EU players. Right, okay. I gotcha. Don't want to lose this one at Derby, folks. Let's just get this one done. Get it won, Woking. You've done it before, mates. You can do it again. Sarajevo opens the scoring. Tomad gets his 50th goal for the club. Harasimovic pops up. This is more like it, folks. We're 3 up after 30 minutes there. And then it'll be on to that final push in the league. See where we're at. For 4 points clear, but we're catchable because we have had those kind of little patches of inconsistency, but we're in good condition here for the second half. This is a wrap, folks, at 4-0, got to be. So that's the 3rd League Cup in 5 seasons for Jay Cartwrights, Woking Warriors, mate. League Cup, completed it 3 times, mate. (5-1). So there we go. So whatever happens, we're not going to be trophyless this season. Fantastic one to get over the line there. And the focus is purely on the league now. With these games, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Newcastle, Liverpool. So out of 8 games, that's 5 where, you know, it's 50-50s. And Leeds are staying on our tails. So this is a potential, you know, season definer here, and we're struggling for strikers. Can't play him because what we'll do, we'll give Antonsen a game and we'll put Yakubu up front then. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yes. So 3 points here will be a big one. This is a big result if we can do this. Get in. Harasimovic pops up. And Zamura makes it 3. So they're finding form in the league at the business end, folks. And we'll give Sarajevo a wee rest there. So where does that leave us? Only 3 ahead of Leeds though. And Man United got that game in hand as well, so they're going to be stubborn. 2 teams chasing, so it's pretty open. But the solution is just keep winning games, and if we can get through this difficult spell of games, we'll be most of the way there. Still a relatively young team as well, so there's going to be players that will just keep getting better as well. What's Harasimovic value up to now? 7.5. The machine. So yeah, thanks for bearing with me on this vid. It's been a bit of a longer one, but it is everything we've been building to in the earlier videos. So it's the Premier League, it's the title running, it's good content. Every game's a biggie. We've got Klompy and Arroyo back, as well as Eldar, so we're looking good for this next game, which is Man United at home. We don't have a game against Leeds though. which is kind of good there. So this one's going to be very decisive in the title running. You can kind of put Man United more or less out of the picture if we win that. Invitation to the Inner Total Cup. I'm already in Europe. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we've got full strength defence back. And we've got the right wing back. And we'll put McDonald on the bench. Here we go then, Man United. Oh, I need to change. Yeah. There we go. Right, Man United are at Woking. So this is a big game for them. It either pulls Man United back into the title challenge proper, or it kind of casts them adrift really. If they were to go 7 points behind us, I think that would be too far. But we've opened up the scoring again with Van Nistelrooy equalises. What a player he is in this game though. He's one of the best. Don't ever tend to get him because I never really end up at Man United. We'll give Klompé a break there. Don't want a red card in this game. Come on, Woking. Yes, Eldar pops up with a goal. And do we need maybe another wee change? See this one out. I don't want to put Silio on as a defender really. Nah, we'll stick with that. Can we see this one out, folks? It'll be another brilliant win in this title running. If we can keep Man United at bay, they're prone to a late goal though. The game does like a late goal for Man United. Yes! Varinen pops up with his second. He's closing out the season well. Value going up there. Good stuff. So that leaves us 5 points clear of Leeds. And I think Man United are out the running there. They would be 7 behind if they win their game in hand. So we're making really good moves forward here with this tough run of fixtures. We've got Chelsea next and then Newcastle. And we can go with that. I think Tomadiro's out for a wee while yet. Let's do it. Keep it going, Woking. Harasimovic, the club legend. This is his 4th season at the club basically. 150 goals he scored. Haven't had a single offer for him from anyone, which I find astounding considering the form he's been in. But careful what you wish for, Scott. You don't want to sell the guy, so let's just call that a good thing. Yeah, we're in good nick here. Are we going to get another big win in this title running? So if we can come through Arsenal, Man United and Chelsea, it can only be good. And he gets the second goal, Harasimovic. Make a few changes here, I think. just to keep it fresh. So still Leeds stubbornly chasing there. Man United are 7 points behind with 5 games left. But these have been good results, provided this one stays as it is. Yeah, we're getting there folks. Another fantastic result, 3-0 against Chelsea there. Fantastic. And it's a clean sheet as well, so Jamie Langfield seems to be making that goalkeeping jersey his own now, which I'm glad to see. Don't like to be messing about with goalkeepers too much. Still healthy finances there as well. We do want to try and get that stadium improved a bit though, because we're missing out on money from gate receipts really with the home games. So we've got 5 games left and we're still sitting top of the league here. Newcastle, so we've got Newcastle and Liverpool left as like what I would call the difficult ones. If we don't beat Bolton and Leicester, we don't deserve to win the league, in my opinion. So Man United got their game in hand here. And they've dealt with Blackburn. So they're not mathematically out of it. Do have a game in hand over Leeds here. And yeah, we're good to go again. So, away to Newcastle, another difficult away fixture. But we're in some form, folks. We've got a good run of wins going here. Let's keep it up. And this has been the first, like I say, the first kind of title run-in that we've had to really have a focus on, because every other year we've been so far ahead, like 30-40 points ahead even at some points. So there's never been that kind of dramatic title run-in. So I'm doing this extended video just to kind of showcase this, because it's not happened before in the videos. With the Woking Challenge, and as far as taking Woking to the Champions League in 6 seasons, mate, we have indeed completed it, mate. Because we'll definitely be in the Champions League next season, that is for sure. We have qualified. And they're 2 up now. Yeah, don't think we need to do too much there. Give Odegaard another run out. But Boyer gives us something to think about here. 2-1. Yes, Scotty McDonald pops up though with the 3rd goal. Oh, but Newcastle wake up again. This is going to be a nervy run-in on this one, folks, at 3-2 here. Final whistle. Looks like more of an even game there. But that gets us back to 2 points ahead of Leeds with a game in hand. So, and yeah, I think Man United are going to start running out games, because we've only got 4 left. Hopefully I can keep this video under an hour. This is Woking the movie, the extended version, mate. Bolton, Middlesbrough, Liverpool, Leicester. So we definitely want 3 points against Bolton here. And what's that? We've got We've had a few wins in a row there. How many is that actually? So since that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 league wins in a row, folks. So that's awesome way to finish the season here. None of that draw shit. Okay, so we need 3 points here against Bolton. We've got Tomadira back from injury, so he can pop in there. And we'll get McDonald on the bench. Good to go. Can we make it 11 straight wins in the league? And start putting a hand on the trophy here. Oh, it's the red card nonsense again. Early doors. Minchimek this time. Just don't want to be seeing that, folks. After 6 minutes. Must have been something stupid then. For a straight red like that. That Turkish temper. Get in. Eldar puts us ahead. But we are going to be playing more or less the whole game with 10 men, thanks to Minchimek's red card. Making this game tougher than it needed to be. Pushed over. And yes, Salil should just shore that up. He is more defensive minded than his countrymen. Come on, Woking. Let's get this one over the line here. Hold on for this. We'll take a win however it comes. The games are going to run out for the teams chasing us. So that leaves us 10 ahead of Man United. But they have got a game in hand. Man of the match for Eldar. Massive goal for him in that 1-0 win. Okay, so we have Middlesbrough away, and then we've got 2 home games. But if we win against Middlesbrough, we can wrap it against Liverpool, folks. So, on Leeds have been beaten by Everton. So that leaves us 5 ahead with a game in hand, meaning that a win against Middlesbrough will seal the title. Dun dun dun! Wait a minute, Man United had a game in hand though, didn't they? So if they were 76, yeah, they'd still be out of it. No, they've got a game in hand over us, 76. If we were on, so it's that 7 points, 3 games. No, we won't wrap the title against Middlesbrough unless Man United slip up. No, we would, because we'd only have 2 games left. Ugh, I've not got a mathematical brain. Let's just beat Middlesbrough. Right, let's just go for this one. Get this one over the line, Woking. For 12 league wins in a row. Injury to the main man. And pesky old Hamilton Ricard. pops up with the first, but we've equalised through Hakanson. And we've taken the lead through Sarajevo, so we're up and running again. But it's pulled back to 2-2 by Middlesbrough. So this isn't going to be an easy one. But if we're going in, I'll square it. Oh, it's another red card, folks. What is going on with these red cards? Can't keep 10 players on the pitch here. Oh, so this is going to go to the wire because we're down to 10 men again and we're a goal behind, and we've got Liverpool to play next. So it's just as well that Everton beat Leeds. And an injury too. Wow. So yeah, what have I done here? Yeah, I botched that. Okay. I need to slow down and just focus on this. I'm making stupid changes. Had a striker playing at the back there. That was just so stupid. That could be really costly. Can we pull this back, folks? Nope, we've lost to Middlesbrough. Caliph sent off. What was it for? Barged them in the back. So we've still got the lead though. We're still 5 points ahead of these guys, 4 points ahead of Man United, so we can seal the title with a win here against Liverpool at home. But we've made it a wee bit tougher than we wanted to really. And we've got Klompy still suspended as well. And we've got Harasmich injured. We should see Man United's game in hand coming up. Leeds have beaten Sunderland, so they're keeping it going. Bit of pressure here on this one. But yeah, those red cards, man, just far too many of them. Man United's game in hand against Crewe, so I'd expect them to win that. And then they'll get right back in the running here, so we've got 2 games left. And Man United's only 4 adrift there, but Leeds have only got 1 game left. Because they've lost the FA Cup final to Everton. So at least we went out of the FA Cup to the eventual winners. So, Super Sunday Showdown. Woking against Liverpool for the Premier League title. And is that Liverpool won a European Cup or something? Oh, they're in the final, so they're obviously coming on to something of a game as well. Okay, but we're good to go here, I think, yep. Right, Woking, let's do this one. Get in your kubu. A second goal here, hopefully. Right, Woking, we're 1 up at half time, folks. We're looking like we're in pretty good night. We're going to put Hackinson on for the second half. And is this the moment of truth for Woking? Can we get through this game? We're 1 up. If we win this, it's all over. Ryan pops up with the second goal. Gerrard scored another a goal for Liverpool. It's 2-1. It's nervy time. A draw wouldn't be a disaster here, to be fair, because we've got Leicester in the last game, but let's just get it over the line. Make a wee defensive change there, and we'll pop McDonald on. 25 minutes to hold on here. And Liverpool are in good form. They're in the Champions League final, so they're no mugs. But we're going to do this, I think. Certainly a draw now, if anything. The final whistle is blown. Woking have won the Premier League title. Completed it, mate. Awesome. There we have it. So we did win the Premier League at the first time of asking, with a game to spare against Liverpool, and the board celebrate. The fans are delighted. Woking win the Premier Division. There you have it, folks. So, Conference completed it, mate. Third Division completed it, mate. Second Division completed it, mate. Championship completed it, mate. Premier League completed it, mate. League Cup completed it, mate. FA Cup completed it, mate. And FA Trophy completed it, mate. And LDV Vans Trophy completed it, mate. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this one. It's been a longer video, but there was plenty of drama there. Plenty decent games there to play through. And we'll come back for another video where what will be the 6th and possibly final season in this Woking Challenge. Because of course, there's no point taking him to the Champions League if you can't see him in the Champions League. So thanks for watching, folks. Cheers.